Mythology versus biological human form in classical sculpture. Classical sculpture did not aim to represent the human body as it is. It aimed to reconstruct it as it should never be. In the hands of ancient masters, flesh was not observed, it was redesigned. The human form became a vessel for ideal proportion, divine permanence, and symbolic control over mortality. What we call realism in these works is not biological truth, but engineered perfection. The body was never naked. It was translated into marble. The marble illusion of life. In Hellenistic sculpture, such as works attributed to traditions like Laocoon and his sons, the body is pushed to the edge of physical plausibility. Muscles twist beyond comfort, torsion is amplified, emotion is frozen into permanent strain. Yet even in this apparent realism, biology is not faithfully preserved, it is stylized. Pain becomes composition, anatomy becomes rhythm. Flesh is reshaped to serve narrative intensity rather than physiological accuracy. The result is a paradox: bodies that feel alive, but could not survive as they are depicted. Divine symmetry versus biological limitation. Greek sculptural traditions often pursued ideal proportion systems that prioritized harmony over realism. In works like Venus de Milo, asymmetry, imperfection, and organic irregularity are deliberately removed. Skin becomes smooth not because human skin is smooth, but because marble demands abstraction. Joints are softened. Musculature is refined into geometric continuity. Even posture is corrected toward symbolic balance. The body is no longer a biological organism, it is a mathematical idea made visible. The deliberate distortion of flesh. Ancient sculptors understood anatomy, but chose not to reproduce it faithfully. Muscles were exaggerated to express power. Proportions were adjusted to fit philosophical ideals of beauty and order. Movement was idealized into frozen equilibrium. This was not ignorance of biology, it was rejection of it. The human body, in its natural form, was considered unstable, asymmetrical, aging, and inconsistent. Art replaced this instability with permanence. What emerged was not a human being, but a perfected construct of human potential. Mythology as a filter of reality. Mythological context was essential to this transformation. By embedding the body within divine narratives, sculptors removed it from ordinary existence. Gods and heroes were not bound by biological constraints, so their bodies did not need to obey them. This created a visual license to distort anatomy without critique. Pain, strength, and beauty were no longer physiological states, they were symbolic languages. The body became an argument rather than a record. The friction between truth and ideal. What makes classical sculpture so powerful is not its accuracy, but its tension. We recognize the body as human, yet it does not behave like one. It exists in a suspended state between lived experience and imagined perfection. This friction is intentional. It reflects a cultural belief that truth is not found in replication, but in refinement. Biology was not the endpoint, it was the raw material. Conclusion. The body that never existed. Classical sculpture gives us a paradoxical inheritance. It teaches us that the human form can be both deeply observed and deliberately altered at the same time. By stripping away biological imperfection, ancient masters did not try to deceive, they tried to transcend. But in doing so, they created a body that has never truly existed outside of stone and imagination. A body not of flesh, but of idealized permanence.